datang di Kairo.
I find several signs and banners and desires for the parliament election.
When is the election?
On the 23rd.
On the
23rd, next Sunday, yeah.
next Sunday.
Yeah.
This month.
Yeah, this month. We went for two different periods for the elections. One of them was certain states and the other this period also extended Egypt, and instead of being a presidential republic, the president is the one who chooses the prime minister and the ministers, and he's the one who chooses the government. But the parliament republic, no, the president, one of the party, was going to get the highest number of seats in the parliament. Such party, and then after that, the votes for the agreement of this or not. If not, so the same party is going. Yeah, and this is the difference. Are the same company. Yeah, they are the same company. Japanese, Sharp and Toshiba. They are the same company actually. But you don't know that the owner is Egyptian. Then after the Second World War, okay, because the workers in Japan at that time were cheaper than the workers in Egypt. And this is the same idea that the Westerns go for. They go to the eastern side of the world, okay, as the workers in there are cheaper than the workers in Egypt.
Papirus merupakan kertas yang digunakan masyarakat Mesir kuno, dan kali ini saya akan mengajak Anda untuk melihat bagaimana proses pembuatannya.
This is our Egyptian papyrus plant. It's a tropical plant, needs a lot of water and a sunny place to grow. In the ancient time, they considered it as a holy plant for two reasons. The flower, it looks like the rays of the sun. Reason that the stem has a triangle shape, so it looks like the pyramid. What's that? It looks like the pyramid, the stem of the plant. It has a triangle shape, and they said that it has a triangle shape only in Egypt. Somewhere else they have something similar to the papyrus, but the stem with a circular shape.
Does it grow in other places?
Yes, they said so, but the only difference, yes, that the stem it had the triangle shape here in Egypt. It's from the same family. But this part, it's breakable. It's so fragile. And to make the slices more flexible, so we're going to use the hammer. We're going to make a little bit of damage inside the fibers. And the rubber to crush the water out.
As if you're baking.
Yes, this is just like making pizza or something. Yes.
Look at that. Naging papel na.
See the juice okay? And the slices.
It's not brittle anymore.
And not breakable.
How do you join them together?
After that, we're going to soak the slices in plain water for 6 days, and the water will reduce the amount of sugar from 80% to 20%.
To how many?
80
to 1?
Yes, from 80% to 20%, only 20%. And we're going to use the 20% as a natural glue to make the slices stick together. And why just 20%? Because with this amount of sugar, nothing will catch the paper, not the humidity or the bacteria. So it will be an everlasting paper. Also, the color starts to change from white to the yellow color. But if we want to get a brown paper, a dark one, just like this one here, we're going to keep the slices into water for 10 days. Yes. As long as we keep the slices in, it becomes dark. It becomes darker. Short of the slices, but it's gonna be just like this way. We're going to see. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be overlapping.
Yes.
from that side. And when we're going to complete, it's going to be one from that side and one from that side.
Yes.
After that, we're going to put the whole thing in the press for another 5 or 6 days.
Oh.
During that time,
After this.
the 2 pieces of cotton here will absorb the water. So at the end, voila. I'm going to put a sheet of paper exactly like this one. It's another paper without any chemicals, and it becomes one sheet, 1 unit. It's going to be easy to be rolled and fold. There's no damage.
During the ancient times, yan ang papel.
How to know the difference between the real paper and the fake one? Because just like everywhere, we are going to find some kind of imitations, and we
Yes.
call it papyrus.
Yeah.
So if you are going to expose the paper to the light here, you easily recognize the horizontal and the vertical lines, the dark spots or the fibers inside the slices. And also, if you are going to put it in water, see, nothing dry, and it will be soft again.
Yeah.
So here on the top, this is the deceased in front of the 14 juries of Upper and Lower Egypt. So this is just like the court he's making his confession.
Yeah.
Only 7 of them believe that he was innocent. That's why they are carrying the Q-flag for him. And the others thought that he was guilty. It's a tie. That's why the god Anubis, god of mummification with the jackal head, led him to the balance of justice, the scale of justice. From one side, he's going to put his heart and the feather of justice on the other side. If this one is guilty, his heart will be heavier, and this monster will eat his heart, so it's going to be just like the hell. If he is a good person, he needs to have a light heart or a pure heart, so the feather of justice will be heavier, and he will be able to pass with the other life. So this is the tree of life, and it represents all the stages of our life: infancy, childhood, youth, maturity, and old age. Also, they consider it as a family tree, so it's going to be the father with the crown of wisdom, and the mother with the wings of protection, and they are looking after their sons and daughters from the other side. So those are here the 4 directions, and the 4 ladies for the 4 seasons, the 12 persons for the 12 months of the year, and the 24 hands for the 24 hours. Inside it, you are going to find all the zodiac signs or the horoscopes that we still use it till now. So you can find the Scorpios, the Lion, the Balance, the Pieces, and guess what? They said that we call them the horoscopes just because of the name of the god Horus, the one who's sitting here. So horoscope means Horus and the cup. It's come from Egypt. Also, we have this one also. Yes. Egyptian pots, but also can be There's no damage.
Ben Azra Sengo. As I told you.
Ketika anak itu telah besar, dibawanya kepada putri Firaun yang mengangkatnya menjadi anak yang namanya Musa, katanya karena telah menariknya dari air.
Ben Ezra was buried in here, and this is the grave. On the grave, we'll find the Ten Fortress is, you know, a high wall to protect the city.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. The church we are going to visit now is called the Hanging Church, or the Church of Virgin Mary. It's called Hanging Church because it is built on two of the towers of this fortress. So it's higher than the level of the ground. And that's why it's called Hanging Church. It's not hanging tied in the clouds, no, but it's higher than the level of the road. That's why it's called Hanging Church. Okay, yeah. We'll see this church and we'll see about why. These two palm trees, that these were the palm trees used to lie down to give enough dates to the Virgin Mary and Jesus. But we are not sure about this. Yes. Because normally we know that the age of the palm tree is not more than 200 years. Okay, okay. Could be. Maybe. But this is the reason of having such a church in this place, telling us that this is one of the places where the Virgin Mary and Jesus used to stay in also.
Yes.
Okay?
How long did they stay here?
It was not long period. It was just 3 years. Yeah.
More than 3 years?
3 years, just 3 years. And we are not sure even about the period exactly. But most of the books say 3 years. Okay. Yeah. Carries another name of one of the women that used to teach the Egyptians the Christianity and killed also by the Romans by the same way of St. Sergius, was thrown in boiled oil again. And that was the regular way of getting rid of people, just to throw them alive in boiled oil. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, that lady was called Saint Damiana, and we can find the remains of Saint Damiana inside the church also, and the church carries the name of Saint Damiana. The church was built actually in this place especially because of two important palm trees. We'll find them by the court of the church. The drops of the honey. Okay, yeah. Telling the ancient Christians these were suffering of the Romans and killed. Okay, that you are in the heaven, your tears are just the drops of the honey. Okay, which is back to the heaven. The doors are sycamore wood.
Sycamore woods.
Yeah.
Kayu
And the
sycamore.
decoration is ivory.
Lime.
The Babylon fortress, and we're going to see those two towers now. On the way, I'm going to stand. You are going to do the same thing. Okay. In this place also, there was a certain area where Jesus and Virgin Mary were hidden in. Let's see. This stand is the special stand of the priest, yes, or the Pope while he is giving the speech. He stands on that one, yes. And actually, that stand here stands on several pillars, and those pillars go as 2, 2, 2, 2, one at front and one at the back. 2, 2, 2, 2, because we know, of course, that when Jesus used to send his students to the leaders of the world, he used to send 2 by 2, exactly. Okay, one at front, Jesus. Okay.
Tangga di belakang saya yang menuju ke bawah adalah jalan menuju tempat di mana tertulis dalam Matius 2 ayat 13, yaitu malaikat menampakkan diri dalam mimpi kepada Yusuf dan memerintahkan Yusuf dan Maria untuk lari ke Mesir karena Herodes memerintahkan untuk mencari bayi Yesus untuk dibunuh.
Kasih.
Arnie. Yeah.
Steps. Okay. Sige. I'll take. Dito sarili ko pa.
The church itself was built on a crypt, as I told you. This crypt is the place where the Virgin Mary and Jesus used to be hidden in from the Roman Empire. Because they got an important information. To be hidden from a lion, go to the house of the lion. Okay? Because this lion will never look for you inside his home.
Lord, we pray that what we offer in the sight of your majesty, the sins of the world, have mercy. The sins of the world, have you those put to the supper of the Lamb. Lord, let them lie and the body of Christ. The body of Christ.
Tidak hanya berkunjung dan masuk ke dalam biara serta beribadah di dalam, tapi Anda juga bisa melakukan aksi kemanusiaan, membantu orang-orang yang membutuhkan dengan cara membeli souvenir yang tersedia di depan biara. Karena hasil penjualan dari setiap souvenir yang Anda beli, semuanya untuk bantuan orang miskin.
more also.
$1.
4 per...
Ganda yun. Ano ba yan? Mio Marzo, Italiano.
Arnie's souvenir is to help the poor.
The poor, yes.
I want to know how.
أنا برضه نعرفهم بالنسبة.
They have a list with poor people. They know them, and every month they go themselves to the poor people to give them money.
Okay. في بنجيب لهم في الشتاء بطاطين وحاجات مأكولات.
In the winter they bring them a blanket for warmth. A lot of things.
Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Can you follow?
Come to these heavy rocks by the river Nile, so they need a special speed for the water. Could be done in summer, which is the time of the flood. That means that you're going to work just one season per year, which is the flood season, which was summer. I told you that Aswan by the river Nile is 980 kilometers far. They are going to be transferred to this place, absorbing the whole air inside. That's why it's very difficult to breathe inside. Absorbing the whole air means that there is no any oxygen.
Who's next? Camel? Camel?
يا مان هي تصور جنب الجمل.
Okay, with the camel down. No, with the camel down.
It's not going to stand up.
No?
It's like to be on the camel and it's not going to stand up.
Okay, give me the camera.
Okay. Your glasses is in here. 115. 115. That's what I mean. Absorbing the whole air means that there is no any oxygen.
Hey, with the Nile flooding. The Nile comes all the way from Ethiopia, the water is high in the summertime. So that was a thing with the Nile flooding. The Nile comes all the way from Ethiopia, the water is high in the summertime. So that was... Unfortunately, the Crusaders occupied the Middle East.
Saya sedang berada di piramid. Saya naik ke atas melalui tangga yang di sisi sana. Lumayan, saya mencoba untuk ke atas, tapi ternyata tidak bisa.
Like 200 years BC. Versus this one, killed by all of these monsters just off and citadel with no central sorrow out of the sun. So when we enter from the top of this building, so relay the two just off and citadel with no central sorrow out of the sun.
That was the hard part, I think. Just going up and then hit the duck. Only the first part. But it feels like you are in the park, like Turkish park. It feels like that. It's proper hot in here. Wow. Proper sweating in here, so this one needs to come off. I don't know, where am I gonna fit this now? I don't know what I was thinking by getting this. Somehow it has to fit.
Saya berhasil naik ke atas piramid. Morning.
ada di sini, misalkan oleh
First idea. Second idea said no, it was not Napoleon anymore. It was Muhammad Ali. You remember this man? Because Muhammad Ali did not used to take care about monuments anymore. He would like to get the rocks of the pyramids to build the dams.